The Property Show brings you an in-depth analysis of the country's real estate development. Advice and tips from property owners, engineers, and finance entities that will lead you to owning your dream home. The Property Show.
Welcome to The Property Show, where we showcase the local expertise of real estate life cycles, including property development, transaction consulting, investment management, while featuring top investors, developers, emerging trends, and much more. In today's episode, we are honored to talk to some of these industry players, giving us their insight and what they have to offer. And of course, advice and tips to help you transform your home from ordinary to extraordinary. I am your host, Brenda. Before we go any further, what is a property? With us here, a property is a thing or things, positions collectively, anything that's owned by a person or entity. Property is divided into two types: real property, which is any interest in land, real estate, growing plants, or improvements on it. Second is personal property, sometimes called personality, which is everything else. But let's not go there. Let us tell the Rwandan story of our entrepreneurs, developers, investors, and a whole lot more. In this show, we will spark your imagination, create desire and demand, while addressing infrastructure, trade, and industry in this flourishing sector. Real estate development is a process encompassing activities that range from renovation and release of existing buildings, the purchase of raw land, and sale of developed land. There is a lot more to this. Interviews and conversations with real estate developers and companies who coordinate all of this will give a clear understanding of what you need and what it takes to develop a real estate. Would you like your home to look expensive without breaking the bank? Well, I gathered a few tips to share with you so you can give your home that luxurious look. Throw pillows are fabulous accessories for your couch, chairs, and love seats. So I say pile on the pillows, one set is too skimpy. So I recommend use two pairs in contrasting patterns, colors, and textures. Upgrading hardware finishes in bathrooms and kitchens. Most tract homes comes with a very generic hardware. Builders use these back items because they are most cost-effective, but not always the best for homeowners that want a more custom look. Hardware is not that expensive to replace. You can find more unique options at a hardware store. Third, I have to say, lighting is one of those areas that people have a tendency to overlook. Lighting is another of those builders' standards accessories that typically lack character and style. Toss out those nondescript chandeliers, pendant lights, and those bathroom boring bulbs with more unique designer look. Try scouting, go light shopping. Nothing says luxury like fresh flowers and plants. The beauty of flowers and plants is that they look wonderful everywhere. I know, not everyone can have fresh flowers in their homes all the time or maintain green plants. So, if you have fake flowers or plant arrangements, at least make sure that they are current. If they are more than 2 years old, they need to be retired. I'm sure by now they are faded and their style of arrangement is dated. Follow these tips and you can take your home from ordinary to extraordinary, and you will see that luxury is in the details.
Rwanda has capability of to produce their own products, so many products in construction materials. At least they can buy raw materials from outside and they can assemble here, at least for now. But everybody should choose best quality products. They can find it in here. They should try this one. Second important thing is the young. Young people are a treasure for every country. And this Rwanda has this one. Big, big treasure. Well educated, well minded, well heart. The young people here. This means that very, very big treasure for Rwanda. So it will make, and this RDB and the other all governmental office something, helping all companies to improve their abilities here. Production, marketing, something. I think why we came here and why we lead 25 so big companies to bring here, why we lead them? Because Rwanda will be at most 10 years, maximum 10 years, but I think it will be 5 years something, the big star in the Africa. Africa itself as a mainland continent will be the most important continent around the world, maybe in 10 years, 20 years, something. But in 5 years or 10 years maximum, Rwanda will be the star of this. It will be very good. And this is very big opportunity. Every Rwandan should know this one and brave with their countries. This is very good thing.
Welcome once again to the Property Show. Yes, I am Brenda, and in this edition we are glad and happy to have Mr. Gatsirombo Ejid of Baoba Realty, and he's going to take us through what they do, the services that they offer as a company. But again, we'll pick from him as a citizen. What does he see or think about the real estate development in Rwanda? Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Baoba is a company of realtors. We specialize in offering real estate services. It's a company which was opened in January 2013. It's a partnership between Rwandese and the Nigerians. All along from 2013, we have been providing services in real estate in different disciplines.
You said services, which means you offer more than one service. But amongst those services that you offer, which would you say is more requested by the people?
The most requested is the property valuation. And the reason is property valuation is mostly needed in securing loans, bank loans. Is also needed in estimating the premiums for paying the insurance of properties. Sometimes also government need valuation services for compensation purposes, or for bookkeeping sometimes, something like that. We offer property management. We do brokerage in real estate. We do auctioning of some items, even fixed assets. But that service is only limited to our clients' need. I say that because there are some auctions which are guided by the law, especially auctioning for loan recovery. That one we are not involved.
So you give these services to the people and to the government. So what would you say are the challenges that you meet?
Apart from property valuation, other services seem to be new in Rwanda. So the only challenge in those other services is the public being not aware. But on the other side, it's a very great opportunity.
All right, and now allow me to stop on the company itself. Let's talk to you as a person, as a citizen. I want you to give me the overview from your experience. How do you see the real estate development in Rwanda in general? Are we there yet, or we still have more to do?
Generally, the industry is developing. And quickly I can say it's developing fastly. It's very fast. If I remember like 5 years ago, if I recall how the city was 5 years ago, just 5 years ago, it's difficult to compare with today. There are a very big change in the development. Quickly, we are not there at all. Involvement of professions in the industry is still very low. And the demand generally across the country is too high. Developers are also few. Now, if you combine the three, you can see how now difficult for ourselves to position that we are now there or not there. We are not there by involving professions in the industry. We are not there in meeting the demand. We are not there even by the capacity of developers themselves. It's the nature of human being and nature of development itself. Quickly we can bring back the history of the country. Everything just started some years ago. Yes. So it's a process, though we have to move faster because the demand is growing in a faster run than the supply. Currently, Baobab is working with whoever want to understand the industry. We cooperate with whoever, whether it's a government or private institution in terms of the size or individual. We work with everybody who want to know something or to join the industry. So our future in general depends on the understanding of what we have provided at this moment. So we are working hard to provide as best as possible services, citing at the opportunities we are looking at. I have just mentioned that we are not there. So the future to us is very bright.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time and sharing your knowledge with us today. You heard it from Mr. Gatsirombo Egide of Baobab Realty. I hope you enjoyed this segment. Stay with us. August 2017, His Excellency Paul Kagame laid a foundation stone to officially flag off construction of Gizella International Airport in Eastern Province. According to President Paul Kagame, the new airport facility will serve to complement the growth of national carrier Rwanda, as well as improve access to the country by the people from across the world. The construction work have been planned in phases for a total budget of 765 million. Starting of operation, the airport will be able to accommodate about 1.8 million passengers per year. The project is expected to have several impacts, including 600,000 jobs creation for Rwandans, business opportunities, and utilities rollout. The government will also set up an airport city, which is further expected to boost economic activities in the area. The construction of the new airport is aligned with Vision 2020 and the EDPRS. The infrastructure industry players includes the manufacturers, and one of them is the country's strategic partner CIMERWA, as quoted by its CEO, who also talked about their new way of serving and meeting customer demand.
CIMERWA is not just the only fully integrated cement producer in Rwanda, but we view ourselves as a strategic partner to the government in trying to ensure that government's Vision 2020 is a reality, where government seeks to drive and fast-track a lot of infrastructural development, and as such, through that, be able to realize economic growth. When you talk to that, you would have seen in the recent past, talking about two years ago, there's been a lot of big infrastructural projects that the government has brought about, the likes of Kigali Convention Center, which is our pride in terms of the architects' icons in Rwanda. And the Kigali Heights is one of the buildings that have been finished. But historically, Rwanda has been renowned for its success in terms of turnaround on infrastructural growth. And CIMERWA has been that partner even in the past, dating back to the early 1990s for the construction of most of the infrastructure. Your King Faisal Hospital is one of them. The stadiums, the road infrastructure has come about because of CIMERWA being there to ensure that we provide the cement that this nation required. But in the past, we've only had 100,000 tons worth of capacity, 100,000 tons per annum worth of cement capacity. And in 2015, we expanded our capacity. The government, together with a strategic partner from South Africa, PPC, who acquired 51% shareholding into CIMERWA. So it suited that we had to have a turnaround in CIMERWA, and as such align CIMERWA to be a significant cement producer within the region of the East African community. So we expanded and invested in the value of $170 million into a kit, which saw CIMERWA expanding from 100,000 tons productivity to 600,000 ton productivity. So that was geared mainly towards giving Rwanda a long-term sustained production of cement, as well as help us derive efficiency. So when you talk about efficiency, nowadays we are able to see some reasonable cost saving per ton of cement, because the new kit, the modern kit, is able to save you on energy, which is very significant a contributor in your cost per ton production of cement. The beneficiaries of our bulk cement service are mainly your key big construction firms, the cement product manufacturers, the CPMs, and the ready-mix providers, who are mostly involved into your iconic big buildings. The projects that are coming online are the likes of the Pit Power Plant, 80 megawatts power plant, which will come late in the year to be realized next year, December. And there's also a big Bugesera airport. So this bulk tanker will therefore unlock some of the bottlenecks that would arise with using bagged cement. Because when you're dealing with bagged cement, there's a lot of challenges with regards to the loading, manually loading of such bags, and also some of these big construction sites, they prefer to batch on site, so they will take a bag and put it into a site, a mini silo, which takes time. So with this solution, we are able to provide you a bulk cement. So the bulk tanker will come in, it's a 35-ton tanker. It will pump in your cement into your silo, and you are ready then to can batch on site your silo, your cement with the other raw materials for your concrete requirement. It also helps in terms of turnaround time, because at the plant we just pump in the product. We don't have to be loading bags manually. So the turnaround time is almost halved in terms of the speed of delivering from the plant. So you'll see it's a win-win for all stakeholders, for our customers as well for ourselves in being able to service our customers timeously so, but also for the transporters who are our strategic partners to enable us to can deliver that value proposition to our customers, this timeless product delivery. But they are able therefore to can utilize their fleet and as such reduce their fixed cost on the fleet utilization.
Interior design is all about how we experience spaces. It's a powerful, essential part of our daily lives, and it affects how we live, work, play, and even heal. Comfortable homes, function workplaces, beautiful public spaces, that's interior design at work. And when it meets luxury, it becomes a state of great comfort and elegancy. I hope you learned a thing or two in today's edition. That's it for now. I was your host, Brenda, wishing you well.